I swear, the absolute best feeling for me when it comes to writing is when I'm listening to a song and suddenly a plot hole is fixed. And I'm so excited because that just happened. And so, it's not for Project Hood, unfortunately, but for Basil, which is the other book that I am currently working on, like actively, I fixed a plot hole. That's later on in the series, which actually led to me making a couple character discoveries that I was like, well, this changes a lot. So I'm glad I haven't written it all out, because I'm gonna have to change some things, which I already was. So Basil started off as a cozy murder mystery, and has now evolved into, in essence, like a light high fantasy novel series. With like multiple viewpoints, multiple storylines, and multiple romances and such. It is still romantasy to a point, but I think that the fantasy is definitely going harder now. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be fun. I am very excited for what has developed in my thinking noggin. Up there. Yes, it's going to be fun. I'm very excited, and I would love to sit down and write it, but I need to make dinner. It's because it's my turn to make dinner. On the plus side, also, I started a bookmark. Now I just gotta put books on the shelves. There's a little coffee cup. It's terrible, but I made it. Isn't it cute? There was a pattern. I'm not following it anymore. But I did. I started another bookmark, so cool. Very nice. Exciting. I'm writing. I'm having a good time. I'm having a very good time. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I did work on Project Hood yesterday. Where are we at? I'm in the wrong work. Where are we at? Where? Come on. Come back. Come back. There it is. Yesterday I wrote 999 words. I couldn't get the one extra to get to 1,000 words. But I'm at 999 words that I wrote yesterday, which brings my total up to 7,259 words. I am currently on chapter 5, is what I'm working on. And so far, I do like the direction. I have to continue to remind myself for this one is that for Project Hood, this is the zero draft. I am word vomiting onto the page. It is not good, and I think that bothers me because as I've been working on a lot of things, I found that I can write well. This is not good writing yet, but zero draft shouldn't be good writing yet, is what I need to keep reminding myself of. I've also debated the pros and cons of getting Scrivener. Right now I use Dabble online because I'm able to access it from anywhere, and that's a big help. As long as I have Wi-Fi or the app. I've debated getting Scrivener, and I don't know if if that would be any help, especially since I mainly work on my desktop, but I do plan on getting a laptop at some point, and I don't know if you can look at it cross-platform, like on different computers or anything like that, so I don't know. I don't have Apple products of much of anything except for my iPad. My iPad is the only thing that does have a product, actually. Fun fact. So yes, that's where we're at. That's what I got. But yeah, so I've been making progress on Project Basil. I'm sitting at 9,785 words in Project Basil. I am currently in the middle of chapter 3. For that one, they're longer. They're longer chapters, so it'll be fine. I'm not worried about that one. Basil comes to me a little bit slower, but that's because I am adjusting all of the chapters of what it originally was, and I do have, for the most part, the outline kind of written out. I have the outline done for Project Hood, which is great, and that's really helping. So I think I need to go back and need to rework my outline for Project Basil because it connects into the sequels, which are Vino and Cinnamon. So I have Project Basil, Project Vino, and Project Cinnamon, and that is my trilogy that goes along with Basil. And I don't have that outlined very well. I had it generally outlined at one point as three essentially separate stories. But as I've been kind of working through my thoughts on what I want it to be, it has expanded and become much bigger than that. So I basically instead of doing my 25,000 words in Basil this month, I've essentially been redrafting, reworking the outline for Basil, which is probably not the best thing for me to be doing right now, but I know where it ends. I just need to kind of work my way there and figure out how all the other characters kind of fit into the story, especially with some of the recent developments I've kind of made with how I want the second and third books to go. I do try to think a bit ahead as far as that goes. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. So I need to figure out how to outline a trilogy versus outlining a single book, is basically what I'm saying. Which, I probably should have started with a single book rather than starting with a trilogy, but this is a trilogy. I don't know what to tell you. That's just what it is. Excuse me. So, yes, we shall see. We shall see what happens. But I am very excited, and this is the song that triggered all of this, and I'm so excited about this. Also, Green Day for the Super Bowl. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. One, the statements. Two, Green Day. So I love Green Day is like something I've listened to since I was a kid. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm so excited. But it'll be great. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. It's we'll see how this goes. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm all over the place. I'm tired. But I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So let's go. We're watching Fooster, and we're making pork chops. Well, we're cooking pork chops. They're already made. I didn't make the bacon. is Friday night, and you can probably hear John's playing a video game. But I've been consistently writing in Project Hood the past 2 days. And yesterday I wrote 1,357 words, and today I wrote 1,253 words. So I have now made it to chapter 6, and I also wrote kind of like an ending scene just because it was in my head and I wanted to get it out. I found the perfect song for it, so it was perfect. It was perfect. Irony not meant. Anyways, I am up to 9,666 words. It just happens to land on that number. I'm not even kidding. Like, 9,666 words. Like, could you get any more perfect than that? But, wow, these glasses need to be cleaned more often. But I managed to get through that, and I'm really happy with my progress, honestly. If I can keep going like this, I am in good shape to get the 15K by the end of this month for Project Hood. I'm hoping that I can finish it next month. I don't know, honestly. That'll be questionable. But I also didn't really start writing Project Hood until halfway through the month. So hopefully I'll be able to get through most of it, if not all of it. But February's a short month, so we'll see. I'm a little nervous about that. I'm not going to get 20K in on Basil. Basil, I'm still sitting at 9,785 words, which is fine, but I don't think I'm going to get 25K since I have not worked on Basil much at all this month. I did solve a plot hole in the second half of this series, but which does affect how I read the first half, but that is a thing that I'm going to now have to work on because I changed a lot of stuff. I don't know how that's going to work. So, yes, but I'm tired because it's 11:20 at night and I got to work in the morning. And it's like -15. What is it? Oh, right now it's only -5 Fahrenheit. So, it's cold. But, alright, it's bedtime. I'll talk to you guys later. As is normal for me, I have saved the final update for when I'm supposed to have already posted this vlog. Because I'm behind on things and I apologize. That's apparently how I am recently. So, hello. Welcome to the end of the vlog. As far as writing goes, I actually was pretty productive as far as I can tell. When I said earlier this week that I worked on Basil, I did work technically on the series, but I worked on not Basil. I worked on technically what would be the end of the second book in this series. I figured out how to connect everything, and that was really exciting. But the scene that came to my head that I needed to write in order to connect everything was at the end of what would be the second book, which might turn into, I don't know what it's going to be. So technically, I wrote over 600 words in that instead. Not the point. I mean, honestly, considering I've been really out of practice of writing for several months, especially writing my own stuff for several months, I feel like this is a good way of getting me back into it. And I am writing. I am writing again, which is really, really exciting. It's been a while since I've actually focused on my own writing, and I'm ready to get back into it, and I'm happy to finally be getting back into it, even though it has been a while and it's a little rough going to start off with. So I do need to work on that. I need to do better, and that is ultimately my goal, is to get better at doing this, and these vlogs are what's holding me accountable currently. So if you're wondering what the purpose of me vlogging is, that is the purpose. The purpose is not monetary gain. The purpose is not that. It is to hold myself accountable for actually writing and actually reading books and actually doing these things. Because I will say right now, I have written... Oh, why are you upset? Why are you upset? I don't know why it's upset, but it's upset about something. Oh, that's why it's upset. Okay, I gotta fix my chart in here. It's panicking. It's very upset. But I have written about the equivalent of 4,000 words or so in Project Hood so far this month, which I'm pretty happy with. I did spend about half the month working on this outline and actually solidifying it into something that I can use and something that works. So I don't have exact numbers for you because my spreadsheet just started freaking out at me, and so I don't know. But I'm very excited, honestly, with how much I've gotten done. I'm very excited to show that and to be making progress because I'd like to get these books out. I'd like to get these stories written and out in the world. I will say for Project Hood, I originally had 4 main characters so it's a mercenary group. I originally had 4 people as members, and that just didn't seem right. So I added 2 more. So I've added characters to the book. Luckily, I haven't gotten to the part where they've been introduced yet. I am trying to introduce people slowly in books because I know introducing them all at once is a big thing in like fan fictions and stuff. So I need to switch out of that. But the thing they're big in fan fictions is because everybody already knows these characters. You already know all of the Harry Potter characters. You already know everyone from Teen Wolf. You already know everyone from these animes. These characters are familiar when you go into the fan fictions. So introducing them all at once isn't a huge shocker most of the time. For a new story like this, I have to remind myself that these are characters that I may know, but my readers don't know them yet. So throwing all of my characters at you at once is not helpful for anybody involved. Usually what I try to set my limit at is like meeting to tops 3. If I need to, we can meet more characters per chapter. Like we try not to meet too many characters. This one, most is the first chapter, which it tends to be, but I think I have like 4 characters in the first chapter that you meet, but it's because you're in a bar. Like there's a lot of people at a bar, and I'm only introducing you to 4 of them. So we're gonna go with that. So far, so good. But I am really enjoying writing this book, and now that I have the outline done, and now that I've sort of figured out the voices for my characters, it makes it a lot easier to get in and write it. So I will say also, for Basil, I have made a bit more progress than I feel like I've talked about. I'm sitting at 9,785 words for Basil. And I am in the middle of chapter 3, but I have over 2,000, I have over 2,000 words in chapter 3. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 chapter 1's almost 4,000 words, and chapter 2 is over 4,000 words. So these are like 20-page chapters. These aren't short chapters, which does make me feel a little bit better. So I am getting things written. It just doesn't feel like I'm writing it nearly as fast as I could be, which I may not be. I am slow right now. I'm not back into the swing of writing over 1,000 words a day in my own stuff. So, and I do keep getting pulled back mentally back into fan fictions, and I need to fight that. That is proving a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to. So we're going to see how this goes, but that's where I'm at today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. It does help me out, especially in the long run. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, keep reading, and keep moving forward.